played in the last SEA Games, right? But I think I don't think we've talked ever since. But it was a big deal that you were put at the defender position, right? Personally, I don't think I've ever seen you play the
Defense.
the defend. No, I haven't seen you play defender. I think you mentioned I saw one of yung ang tita mong football vlogger, one of your interviews.
Yeah,
It was your first time, nga.
Yeah.
So at the time, of course, this got a lot of feedback on social media. I'm not gonna say which one of our classmates mentioned it, but he was very he was really questioning the decision. You, but yeah. So others also though justified it. It shows how versatile you are. I guess how did you feel? I guess being put in that position, and is it something that I guess your coaches in the development team explained to you should be ready to do again, or is it something maybe in the future that you're ready or asked to do for the long term?
Yeah. So our coach in the Ascals development team is also the head coach of the Ascals and was our coach during the SEA Games, and he has garnered a lot of achievements, and he has accumulated a lot of experience playing coaching international teams and teams from Thailand and all those other countries that he's coached. So he comes with a lot of experience, and I respected the fact that he needed me to play in the wing back as a tactical decision that was needed going against Cambodia. So a lot of people don't know this, but the scouting report on Cambodia is that they had fast wingers. So we needed wing backs to pacify the fast wingers, and I guess coach trusted me enough to put me in that situation. I was actually put there a day before the competition, and I took that as a challenge. I felt like, because especially there's a period wherein I was supposed to play for the Ascals, but I was put in reserve because they still saw that I had a lot more to work on, and Coach Scott was the first person who told me that I needed to work on my aggression, and that's what I've been working on prior to that SEA Games competition. And when he put me there, that was kind of like my opportunity to apply the aggression, the aggressiveness that I had worked on in terms of defending. So that was really the mentality that I had coming into that competition. And I was very scared. I was super scared because I've never played wing back in my life, and I think the only time I've actually played as a defender was in training with Rupert and the men's football team. That's when we kind of just like joke around, being like, "Oh, let's play defender instead," and then we put the goalkeepers up on striker. So it would really just be for fun, and then suddenly to just like experience playing professional, serious football. To experience playing serious football, wherein my choices, the moves that I make could actually be can actually cost the team like a conceded goal or something like that. So it made me very nervous, but I was guided very well, especially during that last training session right before the game. Coach was actually like a player playing FIFA, so he was right beside me in the outside lane, and he was just literally saying everything that I had to do, and I just had to take everything in. I was just being the most observant, and I even studied movements and decision making of wing backs the night before the game. So I was preparing myself mentally and preparing myself in every situation as possible. And he did say that he saw potential in me, so that was kind of like the point wherein I had to understand that maybe wing back is my position. So it was not a temporary position that I played. That's my position now. So I'm no longer a striker. Okay. I'm no longer a winger. Coach considers my role a winger / wing back. I'm at the back, but I have all the right to attack. He gives me all the right to attack, so I can attack whenever I want, as long as I come back in defense. So that's fine with me. To me, it makes my job a little bit easier in such a way that when I receive the ball at the back, I'm not too pressured compared to when I'm in front. At the same
Yeah.
time, I'm not expected to attack all the time, so whenever I do, it comes as a surprise at most of the time.
Yeah.
And I like doing long balls now. So whenever I get that, I always try pinging it across, and it's just fun to do. So yeah, especially like now, another thing that I want to share is that football is a constantly developing sport. So there's, especially now in this modern football that we're
Yeah.
playing, you really have to be able to adapt. You really have to be a little bit more versatile in the way that you play, because you'll never know, especially when in football you can actually lose one player. A rule for those basketball fans, you can lose a player, and when you get suspended, you get a red card. You lose one player. So um, as a person playing inside the field, when you lose one player, you kind of have to absorb the position that's missing,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's one way. That's one way you can actually um, utilize a versatile player.